late, but um, this is LaQueen Battle, and I'm talking about Secretary Robert Kennedy's push to lower and to take away antidepressants as a need from people to lower antidepressants in medicine. And um, there have been a lot of, of people out there. Me being, I am a an advocate as well as a patient. Um, in a patient in for I've been a patient with mental health services for almost 18, 20 years, and because of those services, because of me receiving those services, as well as, of course, continuing to be on the same medication regimen for almost going on um, me being on the same medication regimen for almost 20 years since I was a student at Howard University and Washington, D.C. It has uh, that Robert Kennedy, which is Trump Secretary of Health and Human Services, would take that away is something that I do not agree with. I think that um, antidepressants, especially in women, helps control our mood as well as help balance the not really it helps balance the chemical imbalance in our brain and as well as not only chemical imbalance but the emotional. It helps with um, emotional regulation in our mind and our body and our physical ways of life. So it helps with chemical imbalance in our brain as well as emotional imbalance, and it also helps with nutrients in our body and providing. And any time that you receive any kind of services, antidepressant services um, through your mental health care provider, they always want to do lab results and lab testing, and it tests exactly for what that therapeutic level of that particular medication may be. Now, for me, I've been on Depakote for 20 years, and Depakote really it has not I haven't had any issues with Depakote. My weight has always been the same. I've been on lithium. I've been on Seroquel. I've been on different. I've been on different medications, Risperdal, and I've been on different medications. But what has worked for me right now has always been a combination of an SSRI, Depakote, which is the mood stabilizer, as well as, of course, Risperdal. Now that may not work for everybody. Everybody has a combination of different medications. But again, you have to check what your current um, therapeutic level is with you and your doctor. You have to check what that therapeutic level is between you and your doctor and your provider. Now, hi guys, hi Kuchi, Gabriel, and Talaharine. And as well as, of course, I also work in the medical field, so I do understand both working with patients that are unbalanced, that have behavioral issues, that have a police record, they have a violent, physical, violent police record. They have a record of outburst in society and to their family members and loved ones. They have issues with the law, a criminal record. They have bad grades in school. They have bad behavior reports in school. And so I do understand that part. So having being on the right type of medication, not only for adults but also for children, okay? Children helps to stabilize and medicate not only adults but children. So I do not understand Secretary Robert Kennedy's recommendation of lowering antidepressants in the healthcare system, especially for children that need it most. In fact, I really don't agree. As a person who my son, who has he has a charity with kids with autism. Autism has, in my opinion, autism has risen, um, the rates of autism has risen extremely 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 times, 10 times since Trump has been in office, more than has ever been before. And so I really don't know a lot about autism. I'm still learning about autism. And I think that what Secretary Robert Kennedy is saying is that we don't need antidepressants anymore. All we need is just a healthy lifestyle and a balanced diet. And really, if you really think about it, a lot of people that have been institutionalized need that medication regimen in order to control them, to control their moods, to control their behavior, and to control the output of what you're recommending for that patient's um, overall goal, a healthcare plan, what their healthcare plan and their outcome could be. Now, it's the weekend. I know probably won't hit till Monday, but again, the Trump administration is making a lot of changes right now to the health. He's taking away, food stamps. He's making a work recommendation for Medicaid patients and Medicare patients, which is crazy. And on top of that, now the Trump administration is saying that they're trying to take away. Um, they're trying to take away antidepressants from the National Healthcare Plan, which really does not make any kind of sense, especially in athletes. You need to figure out, like, how do I balance that? Sometimes it's out of balance, you know, and even being a professional athlete. Well, you could say what you want. Everybody's crazy, but you just finding that particular healthcare plan, what's between you and your doctor. That is what is mainly important. That relationship between you and your doctor. That is the most important. The most important. Okay. Now you can say what you want. It really doesn't matter. But I think that having that healthcare plan, that healthcare system, and maintaining relationship between your family and you and your doctor, that's very, very most important above all. Now, again, I do not agree with Secretary Kennedy is saying that we should take away antidepressants. They should be lowering the risk of them, and they're not involved anymore. All you need is just a more healthy lifestyle and counseling and therapy and maintaining a healthy diet. I do not agree with it. I think that mental health is one of the big problems in our society right now, where people are facing difficulties, facing financial difficulties and emotional issues. And so to take away that imbalance, it causes even more of a chemical imbalance. This has been proven, okay? This has been proven time and time and time again over the years since the DNV was created back in the 60s and the 70s, the DNV manual. And so the diagnostic manual of mental health disorders. So um, you could say what you want, Troy, but I don't really know what your story is or how you feel about it. But I feel that everybody deserves the same, especially right now, as you guys have been following me with what's been going on with the Spirit Airlines fiasco and with my past relationships. A lot of people have difficult relationships right now in their lives, as well as, of course, dealing with people and finances, and even with homelessness. is difficult for a lot of people. And I think that the way to get over that is to basically have a, um, do I have a favorite spoon? To find the relationship between you and your doctor. I think that is that's what's mainly important. So, hey, if you guys have any questions, you can ask Tyler, Hareen, Coach you, Gabriel. So, of course, like right now, I'm in my 40s, going into my mid 40s, going to my midlife. And, I've been through the system before, even as a little girl, being in counseling as a little girl, and now, having difficult relationships with my family and still going through the system, being a foster care kid and being a ward of the court, and um, now with the World Marathon coming, you're going to be seeing people coming from all around the world and different people and different attitudes and different emotions and different languages and different finances. You're going to be seeing poor people as well as rich people. And I think that, there is a what you trying to understand, like how do I make it? How do I deal with the fact that I don't understand what's going on in this world. I don't catch every single news story. I don't know what's every single event that's happening in my city, and I don't, I'm struggling just like the rest of a lot of people are struggling right now in this economy. So how do I survive? How do I make it? And a lot of people are going through difficulties right now. A lot of people are using, drugs and alcohol and having their own sorts of addiction, but I think that we have to figure out some way of how we're going to make it. And it's very, very difficult for a lot of people. A lot of people are struggling to survive. Yes, Troy, I do believe that faith is a really big factor in people's lives. Faith is really a really big factor, especially with the passing of um, pastor of Daystar, Joni Lamb, and Marilyn Hickey. I don't know if you know who they are, but I grew up in the Pentecostal church back in, I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, so I grew up in Calvary Cathedral International, and Marilyn Hickey, Evangelist Marilyn Hickey, she's like Joyce Meyer and Joni Lamb. They always visited our church, and Daystar was always on TV when I grew up as a little girl in Texas. And so, I think that faith does play a very important part in our people's lives, like it should be playing today. Um, and um, Faith should play a part as well as, of course, having your and medication, as well as, of course, your health, maintaining your weight, maintaining your body, maintaining your emotional regulation, your spirit, emotional, whether it's counseling, whether it's group therapy, individual therapy, group therapy, whether it's doing arts and crafts, or anything, because I've been through this system. I've been in this system for over 20, 25 years, and it does not change. What changes is how you react to it and what you learn from it and how you overcome it. That's what changes, is how you overcome it and how you use your story to help other people. And so I really don't agree with exactly what Secretary Robert Kennedy is saying. I've been going through a lot of difficulties right now, in my community, dealing with the fact that, oh my God, I'm facing the reality, like I can't get over this person. Like, why I keep hitting the same hurdles over and over and over and over again. But something new and fresh is happening. And I think a lot of people are dealing with that. They're trying to figure out, like, what do I do and how do I overcome this? And why do I keep going through these setbacks in my life? You know, so um, I think that the most important thing right now is to have faith in yourself, joy, and joy. I do agree with you. I do agree with you about that. As well as, of course, um, I have like two, three friends named Joy. I have a friend named Joy that I went to Bible school with in Florida, and I have some other friends from high school named Joy. So it's nothing new. But I think a lot of people are struggling right now, or they're trying to figure out what to do with their lives. So I just kind of wanted to get that across to you guys. Um, you know, nothing is new about what's happening right now in this Trump administration. It's just that how we're going to deal with it and how we're going to respond to it. People can say what they want. They can say, they can call you any name under the sun. Is what you do with it and how you respond to it. And it does get physical, it does get violent. So it's the actions that you take from there and how you're going to survive and how you're going to make it in this economy. Because the Trump administration is changing laws, statutes every single day. We as a community have to deal with this and have to face the struggles ourselves. You know. So I do agree with you, Mr. Tinello, Tinello. I do agree with you about that. I do agree with you about that. So, but I'm trying to do what I can and make it through. It's not easy. The road is not easy, but we have to keep our faith. And I think that antidepressants and maintaining a healthy relationship with your doctor is very, very, very important. It's one of the fundamental reasons why a lot of um, a lot of our community, people that we know and that we trust or love, are still with us. It's because of being on a medicated regimen, being on the healthy diet, having a regular being on their medications, like myself and other family members. I don't support Trump. I don't support Trump. Actually, that is disproven. SSRIs are actually um, serotonin release reuptake inhibitors are actually have been proven time and time again to help with maintaining balance, a chemical balance, and helping maintaining behavioral and helping deal with mental problems and mental issues with both adults and children. This is nothing new. It's nothing new. It has been proven time and time again since the 60s and the 70s. So I do not understand why all of a sudden this topic is changing now in 2024, 2025, 2026. This should not even be up for discussion. It should not even be up for debate. Why would somebody who has no medical history, not a medical degree, not a medical certificate, no medical experience, be making the decisions for you and your children about what their mental health and what their mental health should be? That is has no idea, especially dealing with mental health community. That should not even be an issue of having. Why should antidepressants even be on the table? So I do not agree with it. Now, Mr. Tonello, if if you as a parent had a problem with your child taking antidepressants, then that would have to be between you and your child. Okay, you and your child and your doctor. So say for instance, if your child had a behavior problem in school, and one of the main methods that your doctor recommended for was for them to um, get counseling, get therapy, as well as get occupational therapy, get get occupational therapy, get physical therapy, whatever kind of therapy, as well as, of course, get be on some kind of medication regimen, whether it's Ritalin, whatever kind of medication regimen, then of course that discussion would have to be between you and the child's doctor, the pediatrician. But should not even be up to the government's decision of what mental health uh, debate between you and your doctor and and um, and your child. So that should not even be that should not even be up for debate. That should not even be up for debate. It should not even be up for debate, especially as a parent. It should not even be up for debate at all. At all. Not even. Not even. The decision between your child's mental health and you, it should only be between you're the doctor, the pediatrician, and you as a parent, and how that child feels. That's it. And then the relationship starts from there, and that's it. It should not be up to the government. So, Mr. Tunello, I do not agree with that. I'm not a Trump supporter. In fact, when Trump was inaugurated, I was not on the East Coast. I was in Los Angeles, California, volunteering for a charity that helped the Los Angeles wildfires. Okay. I was not in on the West Coast when Trump was inaugurated in Washington, D.C. I was in Los Angeles volunteering for a charity that helped with the Los Angeles, help families with the Los Angeles wildfires. So I was in LA when Trump was inaugurated. So I am not a Trump supporter. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Tinello, for your comments. I really do appreciate it. I need as much feedback as I can get because this is a very topic. I know it's late at night, but if you as a parent are deciding between the government, your child, no, that's not for debate. So I don't agree with that. Now, if your child was over 18 and ward of the court, so say for instance, if your child was in the jail system, or if your child was in foster care, or if your child is unable to think or to talk for themselves, they have autism, and they're in a group home, then that still is between you as a parent and that whatever system the court system has set up for you and that child's development. That's it. So I don't agree with that. And again, SSRIs are between you, the parent, the child, and the doctor, this relationship. Okay, sometimes children under the age of 18 need SSRIs to maintain a behavior imbalance in between them, especially when they have behavior problems. They're violent, they're emotionally irregulative. Yes. So hi Jay, how you doing? So I do agree with you. I don't agree with you, Troy. I don't agree with that. So I know it's late, but I kind of wanted to get that point across. And I think that, we should share a little bit about our story, about what we're going through. I just wanted to share this, guys, to let you know kind of a little bit what I'm going through right now. I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm not afraid to be up and close and personal about it, because I'm going through a lot of stress right now, emotionally, physically, as well as, of course, dealing with this past relationship with this person, which is right now out in the public. And I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm not afraid to be open about it. So, you know, thank you, Troy. I'm trying to get help, but it's hard right now. I am getting help. People say she needs help. I'm getting help. I have good doctors, and I'm trying to get therapy. So I appreciate you, Troy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Troy. Thank you. I'm eating a good diet tonight. For dinner, I had baked chicken and carrots and potatoes, and it was really good. So I had baked chicken for tonight and rice. So I'm getting help. Well, you can say what you want, but again, SSRIs are are pretty much the choices between. Now, if the Trump administration was trying to say you should regulate how you should regulate antidepressants between children and doctors, I do understand that. But if they're trying to say we should listen antidepressants for everybody, including adults and children, I do not agree with that. Again, it depends on between that person and their doctor, whether they're a child or an adult. Again, if they're a child, it's between the parent and the pediatrician. If they're an adult, it's between that adult and their prescribing doctor. So again, I don't agree with that. And I am on both sides of the spectrum. I am a patient as well as an advocate. Yes, yes. Well, I'm still kind of learning it because everything changes all the time between this Trump administration. They make rules all the time. So, I'm really trying to understand that right now. I'm really trying to understand it. So please forgive me again. Please forgive me if I do not understand every single little bitty thing that happens with the Trump administration. It changes all the time. Right now, he's in China when he should be in Washington, right now in DC because of the upcoming election primaries that are going to be happening. So, so again, please forgive me because I don't know every single thing that's happening in Washington, D.C. right now. Please forgive me. But thank you so much for your input. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So again, I wanted to kind of let you guys know about my point about what I'm dealing with right now. I'm going through a lot of things spiritually and mentally, emotionally, and I kind of wanted to get it out there that I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm a very open and honest person. I am a survivor of emotional abuse as a child as well as an adult, and I am a DV survivor, both physical abuse and sexual assault. So, and I am also a patient and an advocate. Okay. I'm not afraid or ashamed to talk about it. I'm honest with you if you'll be honest with me. And I appreciate people like you, Troy. I appreciate your feedback because even though it's not in even though it's in the negative, it's what I need in order to help me to figure out where I need to go in the future to get a better feedback of what other people are thinking as well. So I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. Okay. All right, so it's late. I had a good drink tonight. I don't want to be a little manic, but I just want to let you guys know I'm doing okay. I'm doing a little bit better, but I'm still trying to go through this relationship problems with this individual. And I've been through public relationships before, but this right now is getting a little bit out of control. So I kind of wanted to address it. So anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'm a patient as well as an advocate, and I really do appreciate you guys' feedback. And again, the FIFA World Cup is coming up, and just prayers for all the families out there who are for the safety and security for all the athletes, the families, as well as of course the runners, the fans. So, congratulations also to all the Brooklyn half marathon runners in Brooklyn, New York. I'm glad that everybody had a good time. I had some friends and coworkers that were there. So I'm glad that people were actually able to go out to Brooklyn today and have a good time in Brooklyn, New York. I was not able to come because I have any money to get there. Take control of your life. The government doesn't control your life. Follow Christ. Amen. I thank you so much, Joy. Yes, I am not a victim. Thank you so much. I really did need that. I really did need that positive input today. I need to stop treating myself as a victim. You are right. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I need to stop treating myself as a victim. You are absolutely right. Yes. Amen. Thank you. That's just what I needed today. Good. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and please follow me, Troy. I really did appreciate your feedback. That's what I needed to get me through today. So keep coming, watch my videos. I really do appreciate you concern and support. So God bless you. Thank you so much. I am a believer. I am a believer. So I've been through the good times and the bad times. I'm just trying to God's word, the Bible says to not be spiritually minded, but of no earthly good. So I'm trying to do the good works as well as to be to do what I need to do emotionally. So, thank you so much for your time. God bless you all. And again, I'm a patient as well as an advocate, and I want to make sure that people get the help and the assistance that they need. All right. God bless you. This is LaQueen. Bye.